Hey guys, Scar9 here, welcome back to my channel today, and we just got some of the most exciting news for the future of Destiny that we have ever gotten before, so obviously in this video I'm going to be breaking it down. Now if you want to see my full discussion about all of this stuff, I did do a live stream. I will have that linked at the end of this video if you are interested, but for now all we're going to be doing is going over the condensed version of what you can expect to see in the coming months of Destiny 2. So there are 4 major time periods that we're going to be looking at in this video, and we're going to be going over what to expect in terms of changes and when you can expect to see these things in the game itself. So the first set of these updates is going to happen on January 30th, when we will also be getting the next Iron Banner. Now included with this update, we will be getting Masterwork Armor. It will provide increased damage reduction while using your super, which of course is the perk that is going to be replacing the multiple orb generation on the weapons, because if you had orb generation on the armor as well, that would be super overpowered. Now you will also be able to upgrade existing armor pieces into Masterworks by spending Masterwork cores and legendary shards, similar to how you upgrade a weapon into a Masterwork variant of that. Now this is pretty exciting. I imagine the damage reduction won't be too much, or else that would be extremely overpowered, but I am very excited to see how this affects different supers. For instance, a Hammer Titan already has a lot of damage reduction. Will this be as effective on a Titan as it is with a super like Golden Gun, where you have 0 damage reduction? So that's something I'm interested to actually get into the game and test out. Now the next thing that is coming on January 30th is a rework of the raid reward system. Raid rewards will now feature mods with raid specific perks, and each encounter will now drop a guaranteed reward, meaning for every encounter that you do in a raid, you are guaranteed to get a drop from that raid, and it should have raid specific perks on it as well, which is pretty cool. You will now also be able to directly buy your Leviathan and Eater of Worlds armor directly from Benedict for a combination of raid tokens and legendary shards, and in addition to all of this brand new raid content, there will also be a new ghost with raid specific perks that will have a chance to drop from the Callus and Argos encounters, and in the future there's a plan to make even more unique raid content and unique activity content, meaning we should be able to see some strike specific gear here sometime soon. So that is all the stuff that we can expect on January 30th. The next big update will occur in February, presumably with the Crimson Days live event. Now the biggest thing with this, and probably the biggest bit of information we are going to get in this entire update, is going to be the changes to Eververse. Now the first thing that they address is that the rewards are very unbalanced, so as such they are going to be returning a lot of this loot into the gameplay and away from Eververse. This will include adding ghost ships and sparrows within the game to different activity reward pools, which is very nice, and they will also be providing a gameplay path to earn bright engrams and all contained rewards. So this means that you will be able to earn most of these items through actually playing the game and not by spending money. Now they will also be giving players the option to directly buy stuff from Eververse, which is nice if you're a casual player and you don't have time to grind stuff out, but the gameplay option is still front and center of the game. Now they're going to begin implementing all of these changes on February 13th once again with the launch of Crimson Days, and with this event there's also a lot of really cool exclusive rewards to Crimson Days that are going to be heavily affected by this change. Completing Nightfall Raid and Crimson Days milestones during the Crimson Days event will reward you with an exclusive legendary mote, a new weapon ornament, and a new exotic sparrow respectively, meaning if you do the Crimson Days milestone, you are guaranteed that exotic sparrow that is exclusive to the Crimson Days event. Next, players will earn double engrams during the Crimson Days event, meaning whenever you level up your character, you will not only get 1 illuminated engram, you will also get 1 Crimson Days engram to open for that exclusive loot, and Crimson engrams will also have a chance to drop when completing Crimson Days activities, which presumably is going to be things like Crimson Doubles. In addition to all of this fantastic news, there's also going to be strongly weighted drop rates towards new rewards that you have yet to earn, meaning if you already have a ship or a sparrow out of the Crimson Days engram, you are more likely to get something else, which is definitely something Eververse needs. So all of this is obviously fantastic information. Eververse has been by far the most contested point of Destiny 2 up to this point in the life cycle of the game, and all of this is definitely going to do a great job of alleviating that pain. It's going to make live events feel more like activities to play and grind out for specific loot, rather than making it feel like a storefront, which is something I'm so excited for. And in addition, it is rewarding casual players by letting them be able to specifically buy things they do not have time to grind for, and it is rewarding hardcore players by giving them respectable drop rates for every single item in the game, making it extremely plausible for you to get every unique item for every activity without forcing you to spend a dime on Eververse, which is definitely very nice. Now with the February update, we will also be getting Nightfall strike scoring. So currently a lot of people do not like how Nightfalls work with the time modifiers. Well, with the February update, these will be completely removed from the Nightfalls and replaced with strike scoring. These will emphasize competitive execution of strike strike objectives, meaning if you do want to compete with your friends to get higher scores, you definitely can. Now, there will also be emblems added into the game that feature high scores of these different nightfalls, and clan and community high score leaderboards will be added soon after. Now, another huge part of the February update are going to be mods. Now, these are going to be reworked to be way more meaningful and useful in everyday gameplay of Destiny 2. Now, they're going to be changed so much and to such a degree that Bungie is afraid that they will be considered pay to win if they are left in the Eververse drop pool. So this is huge. This means that we will actually be able to see like actual perks and actual things that make a huge difference in your gameplay rather than just small additions to your armor, which is extremely exciting. Now, we don't have many details on this, but like I said, just the fact that they won't keep them in Eververse, or that they're scared to keep them in Eververse and they have to work around that system, is very telling that the mod system is going in a direction that we have all been asking for to be extremely meaningful and actually impact your gameplay in a very positive way. Now, there's also a couple of small things with the February update coming. On PC, you will now be able to have a text chat while in the tower, and other chats are being worked on for the PC, and you are now being prevented from getting the same exotic twice in a row, which is pretty nice. In addition to that, you will now be able to see your fire team members on destination maps while in the different patrol zones of Destiny 2. So if you're in the EDZ, you will be able to tell where your fire team members are and you won't have to ask them anymore, which is pretty awesome. Now, the next huge update window is going to be in the spring, I imagine with Season 3, and this is going to be sometime around late March or early April. Now, this set of updates is huge for Crucible players and contains many overhauls to the system that you guys should be pretty excited about. So first off, there are new Crucible ranks. The first one is called Valor, and it is a progression rank that goes up as you complete matches. Winning will help you move up the ranks faster, but you will not lose ranks for losing. Now, on the flip side of that, there is a new ranking system called Glory, and it's sort of like ELO. Whenever you win, your progression goes up, and whenever you lose, it goes down. So presumably, there will be different ways in the game, whether that be a leaderboard system or an emblem system, to show where you are in these two matches and to show off with your friends and compare with other people, which is very nice. Now, in addition to these new Crucible ranks, private matches will also be added in the spring, and they are coming to all players of Destiny 2 regardless if you own the DLC or not. Then the next huge change coming is going to be a 6v6 playlist. They're bringing 6v6 back to Destiny 2 in addition to 4v4 game modes, so you will now be able to play 4v4 and 6v6 depending on which you personally prefer, which is very awesome. Then Mayhem will also be returning as a limited time event during Season 3 and going forward. So essentially think of Mayhem like another Iron Banner. Now, I don't know if it's going to have event exclusive rewards and weapons and things like that, but it will be in and out just like Iron Banner is, which is pretty exciting. And then there are some other really small changes coming with the spring update. They're making a lot of behind the scenes stuff to Crucible, weapon balancing, exotic balancing, all that sort of stuff. They will also be temporarily addressing the vault space system by adding 50 temporary spaces to the vault, but they said they're actually currently working on a more permanent system which will add more sorting functions, things like collections. Essentially, they will just help your vault space stay really empty or emptier than it already is, essentially keeping your vault not full while enabling the player to still collect all of the items in the game. And that is essentially it for the spring update. Now, the very last things that they mentioned in this update is actually stuff that we can expect going into year 2 of Destiny, if not sooner than that. So these are things that we can expect to see by fall 2018. So this is a lot of different stuff that we have talked about in this video, in previous videos and previous discussions, stuff like that. So this list of updates includes item collections and records, weapon slot and archetype improvements, additional Crucible playlists, better clan rewards, masterwork exotics, pinnacle weapon and gear improvements, trial of the 9 improvements, shaders and dismantling the future of guided games, and they want to address the solo versus fireteam matchmaking in different activities of the game. So overall, this was a fantastic state of Destiny 2. All of this stuff is stuff I am very excited to hear. I'm even more excited to see this start being implemented very soon into the game. Let me know which of these things you're most excited for. Personally, I really like the changes to Eververse. It's going to be very nice to see less salt in that area of Destiny, but most off, as a player who loves Destiny, it'll be very nice to be able to grind for my rewards again and not feel like I'm obligated to put my credit card number into some type of machine just to buy the rewards I can't earn. So I'm definitely excited for all of those changes, especially the things having to deal with the live events. Those are definitely things that needed to be implemented into the game. That huge Crucible overhaul is also very, very exciting to me. I'm definitely looking forward to the brand new raid exclusive mods that will have new raid perks. There's just so much exciting news in this update. I cannot wait for it all. So once again, let me know your favorite thing down in that comment section below. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like rating and to share with your friends. If you're interested in watching either of the 2 videos on screen, you can click their respective annotations to be taken to them. If you are brand new to my channel, make sure to hit the giant version of my logo on screen to be subscribed to more awesome Destiny 2 videos and live streams. Thank you guys so much for watching today, and I will see you in my next video.